ask you a question, and I want you to answer it as honestly as you can. How many times did you blink yesterday? It's sort of a hard question, so I'll ask you an easier one. I want you to think about the last time you met someone new. Maybe it was a classmate, or a friend of a friend, or a waiter at a restaurant, or someone trying to sell you something, or a coworker, whoever they are. Just think about them. What was your first impression of them? Were they happy to meet you, polite? Were they standoffish, brooding, maybe appeared a little unorganized, charming? Okay, you've got your traits to describe this person. Now here's my real question. How did you know? How did you know that woman was kind? How did you know that the barista who handed you your coffee order was having a rough day? How did you know that the waiter at the restaurant really liked their job? How did you decide this? Even though you're probably trying to explain yourself to nobody right now, you don't have to answer. The truth is, understanding how our brains leapt to those conclusions is just as complex as the brain itself. It's a weirdly indirect pathway of neural networks that our brain creates at a moment's notice, and that we're not aware of at all. That's why you made all of those quick decisions about those people, and that you met for only a fleeting moment. This is what Snap is all about. My name's Alana Hodge, and I should tell you up front that I'm no expert in anything, let alone in psychology, but I am curious. And it's my curiosity that's led me to spend hours researching, interviewing, and discovering more and more about the way our minds work to make sense of the world around us in just a few quick moments. It's fascinating, yet frustrating, and sometimes downright creepy to think about. But I am lucky that I have really great guest stars to help me fill in some of the blanks. So, why are we always making up stories to explain ourselves?
Creating reasons for why it does things is just something left brains do.
And things like learning, pattern recognition, even, things as complex as setting goals for ourselves.
All of these things which we used to think were performed only by our conscious minds, there's gathering evidence that these things can occur unconsciously as well.
The purpose of this podcast isn't to make you freak out about your mind and your existence, although that might be a side effect. The goal of Snap is for you, yes you, to understand more about your own adaptive unconscious and how our snap judgment decisions and instincts are fabricated and changed. We can use this understanding to learn to control and educate our snap judgments and help us make better decisions, and that can be applied to a multitude of scenarios. From choosing what to order at a restaurant, to deciding which wire to cut on a ticking time bomb, to our fight or flight response, the list of possibilities is endless. We're going to dive headfirst into the part of us that science understands the least. We might get sidetracked along the way, but we'll do our best to keep it organized. Every week, I'll ask a question, and every week, we'll try and answer it. So sit back, relax, and welcome to Snap.